So, I'm super excited for this battle, mostly because as a fan of Marvel Comics, it's a matchup between two popular heavyweight characters from recent runs. Of course, I'm talking about Cosmic King Thor going up against worthy slash fallen Silver Surfer. If these two clashed, who would win? That's what I'm going to tell you, at least in my opinion. This will be based on their runs and the lore tied into it and overall feats and statements they've shown. If you like videos like this, if you like content like this, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you want to support, please check out the Cash App membership deal. Comment down below and I will hook you up with the deal. Only $5 a month for stuff like all my servers, my server scans, my scripts, games, prizes, giveaways, and we talk about stuff like versus battles every day. So if you like stuff like that and want to support, comment down below and I'll hook you up with the membership deal through Cash App. Now, let's begin this battle, and we're going to do so by discussing Worthy Surfer and his scaling. So some of the things we need to discuss first is what he possesses. First, he possesses an augmented body like the Fallen One. The Fallen One was a character who was made up of material that made up the universe, and he wasn't as strong as Galactus, and he was a herald of him at one point, but he was annoying to him and did battle him throughout history several times, so he's very impressive as a character. So this is like the base of Surfer. Then he gets Mjolnir. Mjolnir, of course, and the power Surfer gets from it puts him on par with like powers demonstrated from a peak Thor. Then you see he also possesses the power Cosmic, like how Galactus possessed it. Then you see he still has his own board, and he also has the Control Rod, which can summon the Annihilation Wave, which is a massive threat. Now let's talk about some of his feats and statements from the run. He casually one-shot Cosmic Ghost Rider. This is wild, because prior to even becoming a herald, Cosmic Ghost Rider was already strong enough to crack jokes when blasted by Galactus with the power Cosmic. This was a Galactus who was amping himself for a future threat. Galactus amped, did 0 damage, yet Worthy Surfer, 1 shot. King Thanos, a younger Thanos, Cosmic Ghost Rider, and Maestro Hulk were all thought to be needed to defeat this Surfer. King Thanos literally wiped out the Celestials in Living Tribunal, and he did so through various methods, but this Surfer he seemed to think was more of a threat. 1v1, I think this Surfer was truly lethal to face for even a massive powerhouse like King Thanos. Although it was eventually the two mighty Thanos and their planning and strategy and power that brought Surfer down, this Surfer was no slouch. He was easily ragdolling them individually and seemed like the true final boss to beings that bullied concepts and murdered abstracts. Surfer is so damn strong, and it's explained it's because his story is arguably greater than any before and became the greatest story ever. Surfer took part in conflicts that saw gods fall and himself seeking redemption in the ruins of the mighty Asgard. He spent a millennia doing things even gods deem godly. His Fallen One type physiology amp is matter that makes the universe. It's almost like he's stacking the power Cosmic twice by adding that. He also adds the power that comes with being worthy, yet another amp. This makes Galactus with the nullifier look like a child with a squirt gun. Fallen One Worthy Surfer demands our respect for his power and what he brings to the table. Next up, Cosmic King Thor. What does he have? He possesses Mjolnir, and what seems to be such an extreme control over his own power that he has truly surpassed his own father. An experienced, battle-tested Thor who has battled the likes of beings who have made claims like being death itself. He has the power Cosmic from an amped, well-fed Galactus. His own power seems to be superior to the power Cosmic as he stripped Galactus. Amped Galactus power, not just normal power Cosmic, is what Thor took power from, and thus is massively above what's normally demonstrated by Galactus. Now let's talk about some of his feats and statements from the run. Instantly, he sent Mjolnir across 10 realms and one-shot an Avengers threat level monster for memes. This was stated faster than gods before him were doing. This is wild because gods in Marvel literally have fought in voids beyond dimensions themselves. This gives credence to Cosmic King Thor being one of the fastest beings in Marvel. He matched power in base with a 1/5 amped Galactus. Not only was Galactus fed and prepping, but he was now consuming energy meant to massively amp him. He consumed one of the sources at least. He and Thor then scrapped, and Thor easily matched this amped Galactus while Thor was in base. He has the respect of the Black Winter for his power and battle heart. Although we can all agree Black Winter could have had, a little more interesting and more hype to him, the early stages showed how dangerous Thor was when they interacted. Winter respects Thor and what he's done. When he calls himself the All-Death, he refers to Thor as the All-Butcher. The Winter made Galactus his herald at one point, and is said to be the death of creation itself. Power Cosmic stacks on top of his inherent power for Thor. Although in this story it seemed to me the Thor Force was a bit above the Power Cosmic at that stage for King Thor, he uses the Power Cosmic as a power stack. It's essentially like twice his own peak power. He was able to halt the Black Winter for 14 seconds. He stopped a being that was massively beyond even prepped Galactus. He did so to buy time for he and Galactus to attack, at least with some hope of winning. He stopped a battle with Black Winter by using a God Blast point blank. This was actually enough to halt the Black Winter. This was massively impressive as prior, he and Galactus couldn't really do much at all. He demonstrated he can travel across forever instantly. Obviously, this is another scan/feat to secure his speed. Thor also once fought for 2 years straight without stopping. This was before amps. His gas tank in Resolve is essentially unlimited. He is a king of gods who has humbled abstracts and done war with death. He even squared off with a slightly winged Null. This Null, while laughing, could one-shot Sentry in the Void. He also killed a Celestial before, and on-panel one-shot one before creation even started. This just further proves and shows how impressive Cosmic King Thor really is. So, if these two powerful heroes from the Marvel Universe, two massively amped versions of their normal selves, were to clash, who do I see coming out on top? First, let's go to the sponsors. The sponsor for today's video, myself, the League of Villains. Definitely check out membership, $5 only. Comment down below. You heard the man. Check it out. But anyways, all seriousness, let's get back to it. At first, I was leaning Surfer during research. I was like, Surfer came across as a lot more impressive to me. Went back, reread, realized I wasn't giving Thor enough credit. But even still, Surfer wins. You see, Surfer has at least one more power stack on top of what Thor has. Thor has the Thor Force, or at least the Odin Force, that's much stronger, and he has the Power Cosmic. Surfer has the Thor Force, or the Odin Force, the Power Cosmic, and the Fallen One amp, and the Cosmic Control Rod, which means he can flood with the Annihilation Wave and at least be annoying in the battle. So he has at least one more amp on top of what he's already shown and on top of what Cosmic King Thor brings to the table. So narratively and how their power levels stack up and how their power stacks literally stack up, Surfer has him beat in that category. I think it'd be an amazing battle, and if Donny Cates is the writer, I don't know who the hell wins, but in my opinion, it should be worthy Fallen Surfer taking the victory because of his power. Speed-wise, he's able to match Thor. I think both of them are stupidly fast. This would be an incredible battle. Universes would probably fold. Creation might be in trouble, especially if God Blasts start getting thrown around. But in the end, I think, and obviously we're assuming both can use a Mjolnir. Okay, we're letting them use each a Mjolnir. I just favor Surfer because of his battle with King Thanos and who King Thanos had already beaten and clowned on. In the end, I just favor Worthy Surfer. If this changes with the upcoming material in Marvel, maybe both characters get more, I'll definitely circle back and cover it again or use them in separate battles. If you want individual videos on them, comment down below if you want a detailed scaling of each, and definitely like that comment if you want to see it. But anyways, it's been your boy YFV, and I will see y'all later. Peace.